Hello students, today we will discuss about one of the very important organ systems of our body, the respiratory system. Respiratory system helps us breathe air and also helps us to utilize this air to get energy for our body to perform various functions. This topic has three parts: structure, function and respiratory diseases. In structure, we will see the organs of respiratory system. In function, we will see the steps and mechanism of respiration. And lastly, we will discuss about few of the respiratory diseases. So let us start. The organs of respiratory system are nose or nostrils, nasal cavity, pharynx, voice box which is also called larynx, windpipe which is also called trachea, bronchi, in singular it is bronchus, and lungs. The internal structure of lungs have bronchioles and alveoli. The singular of alveoli is alveolus. In this video, we will discuss about nose, nasal cavity, pharynx, voice box and windpipe. The last two organs we will see in the next video. So let us see how the air from nose goes to the pharynx, larynx and reaches up to the windpipe. Nose and nasal cavity. Nose has two openings called nostrils. The nasal cavity is lined with hair and which trap fine dust particles. The inside of the cavity is lined by a sticky fluid called mucus. This nasal cavity is lined by mucus. Dust and germs stick to the mucus and are prevented from entering the lungs. Thus, the hair and the mucus in the nasal cavity clean the inhaled air, and also blood vessels present in the nasal cavity warm up the air to match it with our body temperatures. It is due to these reasons that we should breathe through the nose and not mouth. After the nasal cavity, the air goes to the pharynx. Let us see what is pharynx. Pharynx is the common space behind the nasal cavity and mouth. This is the common space. This is called pharynx. The lower portion of pharynx leads to the voice box. This is voice box. Voice box is also called larynx. Voice box contains two folds, two ligamentous folds called vocal cords. These vocal cords, when air passes through these vocal cords, they produce sound. So after pharynx, the air goes to the windpipe through the larynx. Through this voice box, the wind goes to the windpipe. But what happens when we eat food? When we eat food, the food can go to the windpipe, but that should be avoided. If the food goes to the windpipe, it will block the air passages. It is very dangerous. It should be avoided. There is a natural mechanism in our body to avoid food from going inside the windpipe. Let us see what is this mechanism. You can see a structure here called epiglottis. This is shown by a triangular shape. This is epiglottis. It is just above the glottis. Glottis is a opening space of windpipe. The opening space of windpipe is called glottis. Just above the glottis is epiglottis. It is a structure, and glottis is just a space, not any structure. But epiglottis is a structure. So what happens when we eat food? When we swallow the food, the muscles below the tongue push this epiglottis to change its structure in such a way that it blocks the opening of the windpipe, that is glottis. It blocks the opening and thus closes the windpipe. So the food we eat only goes to the food pipe and not the windpipe. Thus, it is avoided. The food going to the windpipe is avoided by this structure called epiglottis. Now let us get some assignments. Let us take some assignments you will do in your fair notebook. Why the inside of nose is lined by a sticky fluid called mucus, and why is the opening of windpipe guarded by a muscular flap?